Yoga fits this new image of man like a glove. And now we have yoga, brought to the West by yogis who seemingly demonstrate superpowers of body and mind which they offer to others. Hope is held out for health and even long life beyond anything conventional Western medical expertise is able to promise. Even medical science is succumbing to the tantalizing hope. Quote, foundations, government agencies, teaching hospitals, and universities are now sponsoring numerous studies testing scientific evidence for the efficacy of prayer. Perhaps the most comprehensive symposium ever convened on religion and medicine was held in Leesburg, Virginia. Leading researchers convened to, quote, stimulate an explosion of research in religion and health, end quote. The conference was designed to determine the viability and mechanism of placing the faith factor into mainstream medical care. A Harvard Medical School study conducted under Dr. Herbert Benson, author of Timeless Healing, found that repetitive prayer and the rejection of intrusive thoughts results in a specific set of physiologic changes that resemble relaxation. This relaxation response is beneficial therapy when treating a number of diseases, including hypertension, cardiac rhythm irregularities, chronic pain, insomnia, infertility, the symptoms of cancer and AIDS, premenstrual syndrome, anxiety, and mild to moderate depression. To Benson, any form of prayer is as valid as another, prayers to Jesus, praying the rosary, or using a mantra, as long as the person believes in it. Benson takes this one step further, suggesting that the relaxation response and the faith factor are not the exclusive domain of the devout. People don't have to have a professed belief in God to reap the psychological and physical rewards of the faith factor. In other words, you don't have to be sincere, you just have to pray. End of quote. Deepak Chopra, himself both a medical doctor and yogi, once a partner with Maharishi Mahesh Yogi and major promoter of TM, writes books that hold out to readers the promise of fantastic powers that Chopra obviously doesn't experience himself. Nevertheless, his books, such as Ageless Body, Timeless Mind, and The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success, and even How to Know God, The Soul's Journey into the Mystery of Mysteries, have become bestsellers, and his lectures are sold out everywhere. All across America, young men's Christian associations and young women's Christian associations, which once were truly Christian but are now pagan yet haven't dropped Christian from their names, offer classes in yoga, supposedly purely physical. Churches of all denominations are following the trend as though yoga were some neutral exercise that could be used to attract and keep new church members. We even have Yahweh Yoga with certified Christian yoga teachers. According to Palaniswami, the editor of Hinduism Today, yoga and other forms of Eastern meditation, quote, were too sophisticated for public consumption 30 years ago, but today they're the hottest item on the shelf, end quote. Universities have long offered courses in yoga psychology, metaphysics, hatha yoga, the origins of Salem witchcraft, Ekankar, tarot card workshops, psychic development and techniques, astrology, self-awareness through self-hypnosis, and similar subjects. 16 years ago, a Washington Post article about a Maryland grammar school was titled, Meditation Comes to the Classroom, while the Seattle Times reported that inmates at Walla Walla State Penitentiary were learning stress management through the regular practice of hatha yoga. More than 12 years ago, a nationally syndicated columnist wrote, quote, instead of singing hymns, they're sitting in the lotus position chanting Om at America's oldest school of theology, Harvard Divinity School. The school paper Knave's calendar reminds students that March 20th is a special time to listen to the Buddha and meditate on the perfection of enlightenment. There's no mention of Palm Sunday or Passover, reflecting their insignificance at an institution where all is venerated save Western religion. The quote continues, Harvard is an elite institution training the next generation of mainline church leadership. Its degrees are passports to power in the Protestant establishment. Will the last graduating Christian please collect the Bibles and turn out the lights? End of quote.